What's happening, everyone? This is Eric with the Get Me Out of Here vlog. Today I'm in Chicago. Everything's starting to open up again in the city, and I'm excited to be a tourist again. I live in Schaumburg, so I live in the Chicago metro area. I've been here for 7.5 years, but I'm ready to play tourist again. Things are opening up, and I'm excited. I want to see all the stereotypical places that you can see, and I also highly recommend to see if you're ever in the city of Chicago or the Midwest in general. So I thought, let's start it off with the behemoth of them all, the Sears Tower. Looming behind me right here. At one time, this was the largest building in the world for 25 years, from 1973 to 1998. In 1998, the Petronas Towers overtook it in Malaysia, and it still stood as the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere until One World Trade Center was built in New York City and topped off in 2013. Today, the Sears Tower, and I'm not going to get into the namesake, I will not name the W word throughout this vlog. The tower, I guess some people will say formerly known as Sears, but I'm still going to call it the Sears Tower. Us in Chicago, people in Chicago, really hold that name dearly. So in my mind, it is still the Sears Tower. It is not the W word, the entity that shall not be named. One thing to note on that is that the One World Trade Center in New York, the roof is actually not taller than the Sears Tower roof. The Sears Tower is actually taller when you count the roof than One World Trade Center, but if you count the antenna on it being at an elevation of 1776 in New York City, then it is slightly higher than the Sears Tower. But that's all right. It's still one of the most beautiful buildings, one of the most historic buildings in the world, and we're going to ride it today to the top, at least as close to the top as we can get. I'll turn this around and you can see the very ledge that we are going to be standing on. We're going to experience the ledge. It is only 1.5 inches of glass that stretches about 4 feet away from the building. So you are basically looking down at your death. You're standing over the streets of Chicago. We're going to be doing that today. So follow me. It's going to be epic. It's going to be fun. Let's tour one of the largest buildings in the world. So upon walking in, you've got kind of a cozy food court, and then there is an escalator that descends to the Skydeck, so we'll head down. Some cool views. This is another skyscraper next to the Sears, of the skyline, I guess, from inside the building. So we're descending the escalator, heading towards the Skydeck, and we get some cool views of some neighboring buildings. In fact, I'm going to ride the escalator back up one more time, because look at that. There's the Sears Tower right there. You can stare straight up the side of the building. Wow, that's awesome. So yeah, we're just going to cruise the loop here on the escalators. Upon walking in, you got some security, and then you get your picture taken with a green screen background. I'm only assuming it's maybe some dramatic Chicago skyline picture in the background, or maybe the top of the Sears Tower. I guess I'll find out at the end of the tour. But yeah, they got a little bit of security, nothing too bad. Social distancing in the queues, but not a lot of people here, so should be pretty cool. Get through this pretty quick. What makes Chicago, Chicago? Well, we're about to find out. And it looks like we're taking a step back in time through history, the history of Chicago. We got, oh, this is cool. This is the flag, the Chicago city flag, and it's got stars on it. These are the 4 stars in the city flag here. You got, this one commemorates the Fort Dearborn. It's an old military fort that was here in Chicago in 1803, before Chicago was even a city. Then, of course, the Great Chicago Fire of 1871, a very devastating fire that actually helped the birth of the skyscraper take place and really made the city what it is today. And, of course, 1893, the World's Columbian Exposition, one of the greatest fairs in the world. It actually inspired Walt Disney. Walt Disney's father actually worked on that and later inspired Disneyland. Kind of an unknown fact, pretty cool though. In 1933, the Century of Progress International Exposition. I actually don't know a lot about this. Have to study up on that, but here you go, the symbols of the Chicago flag. Pretty cool. Here's a little banner. It's not Raising Cane, that's a chicken strip place, but Raising Chicago. What happens when your city sits on swampy ground? You know, of course, a lot of wetland on the shores of Lake Michigan, the Great Lakes. It says in the 1850s, whole city blocks of downtown Chicago were manually hoisted up to 5'10" in order to run sewage pipes that would drain west and prevent flooding. So 4'8", that is pretty wild. I actually never knew that. It's probably very, very hard to see this. It's very dark in here. But the Great Chicago Fire, there's some more information on that. Again, hard to see, so I'm just going to skip through that. We'll do a whole Chicago Fire go back in time sometime this year, if not next year. I want to get into that in a future vlog. But now this is cool. Chicago School of Architecture. This is a famous style of architecture that took place in the late 19th, early 20th century. Of course, Frank Lloyd Wright, probably one of the most renowned architects in the world. And this is actually the Rookery Building. Frank Lloyd Wright, he was not part of that construction, but he kind of helped work and redesign it in later years. But Daniel Burnham, who helped design the Chicago World's Fair, this was his building, the Rookery Building. And it's just a few blocks away from the Sears Tower. It's pretty cool. Of course, you have the Sullivan Center, the Monadnock Building, another famous building here in Chicago, known for its curving bay windows. It's kind of a signature style of Chicago. And of course, reversing the Chicago River. Instead of having all of the waste and sewage dumped into the shores of Lake Michigan, we reversed it so it went to the Mississippi River eventually and went downstream to St. Louis. So that's kind of where some of that St. Louis rivalry comes from. So this is awesome. This is a model of Marina City, a really famous residential skyrise twin towers here in the River North neighborhood of Chicago. And even have a model of the apartment. Look at that. You don't have to actually rent one yourself to find out. Here is a model of the layout of the Marina City Towers. Isn't that amazing? So Chicago is the birthplace of the skyscraper. Don't let anybody from New York tell you otherwise. This is where skyscrapers were born, here in Chicago. So it's really cool that they've got a whole museum kind of outlaying the history of the architecture here in the city. It's awesome. Check this out. Lightning strikes the Sears Tower. I'm not going to use the W word. The Sears Tower anywhere from 50 to 100 times per year. We were supposed to get a little rain later today, so I don't know if maybe we'll see some lightning when we're up above. Who knows? This is the entity that shall not be named right here. No Willis here. It's always the Sears. It always will be the Sears Tower. Oh wow! And look at this. It's the Sears Tower in Tron form. It looks like something straight out of Tron. Looks like a video game version of the Sears Tower. Is that? It looks like a video game, right? Definitely. He's too young for video. You're never too young for video games. Hey! And here's a small model of the Sears Tower, completed in 1973. And here is a picture of Fazler Khan, the structural engineer and the architect, the mastermind behind the Sears Tower and the tube construction that really revolutionized architecture at the time. So, a little bit of the building was commissioned by retail giant Sears, Roebuck and Company in 1969 at the height of its success running a shopping empire. That's no longer the case today. Its impressive 110 floors were constructed in just over 3 years by 2,000 workers using 76,000 tons of steel and over 16,000 windows. Wow. And you can see a little bit of kind of a rough rendering of how that tube structure works. That's why the Sears Tower is almost like a series of blocks. Yeah, it gets smaller as it goes up. I don't know a whole lot about it, but the tube structure allowed a lot of these lateral loads to be reinforced at the exterior regions of the building. And you can kind of look at this as it's like a cantilevered beam. If you look at a cantilevered beam that hangs, it's supported on one end, it hangs out on the other. I'm doing a horrible job explaining this. If you look at a cantilevered beam, it's actually, that's what the theory was behind that, is the building is cantilevered vertically up into the air, and it needs to resist the live loads, the elements of the atmosphere. Here's some models. The wind sway, typically it sways 6 inches. The Sears Tower does. Towards the top, it's got a 3 feet under maximum load. Oh wow. So it can sway up to 3 feet, but typically you can feel it 6 inches swaying back and forth. 68,000 miles of cables here in the Sears Tower. It circles the Earth 3 times. The floor space is equivalent to 101 football fields, and it weighs as much as 1,348 blue whales, just in case you were wondering. Oh yeah, it's 223 Michael Jordans tall. There you go, Chicago Bulls reference. Here's some more information on the ledge that we will be standing on over the skyline of Chicago. Looks like it is 1,353 feet in the air on the ledge. It's 103 stories tall, and the glass is only 1.5 inches thick below our feet. Some info on the antenna. Oh wow, so the tower's antenna is at almost 300 feet of height to the building, topping out at 1,730 feet. I got the VIP tickets. Look at this view up here. It's amazing. You get to stand on top of the roof, holding onto the antenna. You know, there's not a lot of breeze today, so yeah, it's very epic, very epic. All right, I gotta climb down. Well guys, the Sears Tower is a few blocks away, so I decided to take the train. We're taking a detour to Chinatown. Oh, now we're in Wrigleyville. We're taking a detour to Wrigleyville to see a Cubs game. This is a very techie L train ride. You know, I'm very impressed. They've really upgraded these L trains. The only thing that's missing though is the smell of cigarettes and Malort. I don't smell that at all. I'm just kidding. This is actually a really awesome exhibit that they have in the Sears Tower now. So it's a simulation. It's a simulation of an L train ride. Now we're in Fulton Market, so let's go grab some grub. It's a very good food district. All right, let's keep going. And of course, the taste of Chicago. We've got deep dish pizza, hot dogs, saganaki, which was actually, it's not a Greek food. It was created in the Greek town here in Chicago. So saganaki, the flaming saganaki upa, was actually created here in Chicago, believe it or not. The hibarito, very, very good. They use plantains. Maybe I'm saying there are plantains instead of bread. Italian beef. And fried chicken. I don't know if that's I guess there's some really good fried chicken places throughout Chicago, more on the south side. And Chicago-style barbecue, not a lot of people know about this, but it's the aquarium smoked style on the south side. That's the best barbecue to get in Chicago. Oh my gosh, it's a giant pizza. They also have a giant hot dog too, so if you want to pose on a magic hot dog ride, they've got that here as well. Ooh, and I like this, the music of Chicago, the sounds of Chicago. Jazz, obviously a big part of the history of Chicago. So is the blues. The blues went electric here. That's where a lot of the Southern blues players came in the 50s, 60s, maybe even a little earlier than that in the 40s. But they came to Chicago and they went electric. Hip hop is huge here as well. Here's some famous bars for music in Chicago. Andy's Jazz Club is a favorite of mine. Of course, you've got Lollapalooza, a big drunken LSD fest every summer where lots of teenagers and young 20-somethings are laying in the city streets. Oh, they even have a picture of Andy's Jazz Club. It's one of my favorites. And of course, when you think of Chicago, the number one legend that comes to most people's minds, His Holy Airness, Michael Jordan, Chicago Bulls. What a dynasty that was in the 90s. It'll come back someday. I've got hope. Speaking of hope, here's Oprah. Not Oprah, but Oprah. Oprah Winfrey, she filmed, her studios were in Chicago for a long, long time, many years, decades. They got some more just random sculptures or various symbols of Chicago in this room. This is a weird Picasso sculpture that's outside City Hall, and I always thought it was kind of strange looking. Kind of looks like a demonic armadillo, who knows. Ferris wheel here in Navy Pier. Cadillac Palace, one of the many theaters here in the Loop of Chicago. All right, and here we go. I think the Skydeck is next. Just got out of the museum portion, I think.
Up we go. Easy. We're going all the way up.
Oh, we stopped. So this is like a different elevator than normal, right?
It is, yeah.
Nice. Are these just as fast?
I think this one takes a little bit longer than the normal one.
Oh, there's no countdown.
Yeah, it skips a few.
Oh, it's right there.
Floors, yeah.
Oh, cool. We're in like this is not the normal elevator. We have VIP access. Oh, there we go. So 74. Okay, now it's counting. There we go. Wow, look how fast we're going. The destination is 103.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, 99.
What's that?
We're going to 99.
Oh, we're going to 99.
And then you guys
Oh,
are
okay.
going into another elevator.
Ooh, another elevator.
And we have
That's what happens when you have VIP access. You get 2 elevators when you go to the top of Sears Tower.
Hi. Follow me this way. We're going to take you to 103.
All right. Look at this, and this. I don't want to give away the view yet. I'm not going to show you guys what the view looks like here because there's an even better view a little further up. We're on the 99th floor, heading to the 103.
We're at 99.
Oh, here's the Skydeck one.
99's not too shabby though. There's 99 views
yeah.
up here. Real quick.
Secret VIP access. That's what we get.
Right this way. So when you get up to the Skydeck, you have one rotation around the Skydeck. Take your time. Enjoy the 360 views. When you make it to the west side of the Skydeck, that's where the ledge is, and there's going to be a little line to get on the ledge, and then after the ledge, that's where you exit.
And here we are. Welcome to the Skydeck, the 103rd floor of the Sears Tower. So I want to say that's not the typical elevator ride. I've done this several times over the years. It's been, I think, 2 or 3 years since I've been up here on the Skydeck, but this is a little bit different because of the whole pandemic situation and the social distancing thing, I'm assuming. So it's we had a different, more unique elevator ride today than I've ever had in previous years of doing this. Interesting. And here's a first look of the views of Chicago from the Skydeck on the 103rd floor of the Sears Tower, one of the tallest buildings in the world. And this is actually looking southbound, so there's the Chicago River right there. You can actually see the tour boats. So they're heading southbound. There's another one ahead of it. And look at this view of the south loop of Chicago. Those buildings over there are fairly new, built just in the last 2 or 3 years. One thing worth noting is this building right here, the architect modeled and designed that after his wife's wedding ring. You can see the jewel at the top, the other smaller jewels around. It's got a cool looking helicopter pad on top of that too, but kind of an interesting fact of this other large skyscraper. It looks very small from up here because that's how big the Sears Tower is, but when you're on the ground, it looks pretty big, and it's been standing there for many years. You can see all around me are viewing windows here in the Skydeck. The ledge is just around the corner. We're going to hit that up here in a little bit. And even have a gift shop here as well. You can get all the Sears Tower memorabilia that you want. Just make sure there's no Willis written on any of that because you don't want to bring that home, trust me. They've got all these windows so you get a bird's eye view of all of Chicago, really. Oh, look at the clouds over here. This is cool. This is absolutely incredible. Look at the clouds over here. That is the John Hancock building straight ahead, just engulfed in clouds. Skyscrapers reaching towards the heavens. Bug outside. Look at that. You got pretty high there, buddy. That guy is riding high. So that is the John Hancock building straight ahead that is just engulfed in clouds. And that is Trump Tower to the right of that. And to the left of the John Hancock is a new skyscraper going up. I believe it's called One Chicago. And when that tops off, it is going to be one of the tallest in the city. I think like the third tallest is what I've heard. Just amazing. So I actually worked in this building right here for just like a 6-month period. It was a couple years ago. But yeah, it was pretty awesome. Got to just Saw the Sears Tower every day. You can make your mark in the sky on the wall. And I think the ledge is just over yonder. So let's go check that out. But first I gotta make a mark here. Maybe that doesn't do it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I can't just... That's kind of hard. I guess it's really just for writing. All right, I can't do art. I thought that would be different. There are a lot of people making their marks, and this guy on the right, he's just making a clean slate. I think that's what he's doing. He's making a clean slate. All right, it's time to move on to the grand finale, the ledge, standing over the streets of Chicago. And just in case you weren't worried enough about that, they remind you right here that there's only 1.5 inches between you and certain death. Oh, they even have like a thing. This is it. That's it right there. That is what is separating you and a free fall to the pavement below. It's got like 3 layers to it. Actually, funny story. Last time I was here at the Sears Tower on the ledge, it was like 2 years ago. Like just a day or two later, there was the ledge actually cracked. There was a crack on the ledge. Wasn't anything that was risky. This thing's well engineered, but it was like the top layer on here. Like this top layer, you can see there's like 3 layers. That top one is what cracked. So they repaired it right away. But it was like literally a day or two after I was here. So I'll try not to let that happen again this time. And there it is. That is the ledge where you can defy gravity. Kind of, I guess you can kind of defy, hello. You can kind of defy gravity. I mean, you're not falling to your death on the ledge. I mean, that's a good thing. All right, we're next. We're next to stepping out 1,300 feet or more over the streets of Chicago. There we go. All right, here goes nothing. Look at this. Stepping out into the ledge. Oh my gosh, look at this. We are standing over the streets of Chicago, literally, and it's clear over here. There's some cloud coverage just to the north, but over here it is clear. Look at this. Oh my gosh, look at this. My feet, if like this just gave way, I'd free fall to the street. Look at this. And then you got the other ledges, people posing over there. All right, well this is it. You know, I can lay down, maybe do a selfie. Oh, laying over the streets of Chicago. Like I said, 2 years ago when I was here, the thing cracked like the day after I was here, but you know, it doesn't happen. Nobody's fallen yet. I won't be the first. Oh. Well guys, this is it. This is the ledge over the streets of Chicago, one of the highest glass ledges of its kind in the world. So if you've got vertigo, you can face your challenges. You can do this. But here it is. Standing in midair. Bill, you feeling good, man? He's busy taking photos. All right, well, we survived the ledge. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the ledge here at the Sears Tower, one of the tallest, most historic skyscrapers, structures in the world. We beat it. We did it. Let's grab our bags, and we're gonna head out towards the elevator and towards the gift shop. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'll get my mask on. Oh, the helicopter. That's something you don't see every day. They're probably waving at us too. Hey, over here, over here. All right. Just had to get one more epic view of the cloud coverage surrounding the Chicago skyline. That is very awesome. I've actually never seen clouds like this on top of the Sears Tower before. All right, well, it feels good to do the ledge again. There's a nice cool picture of the Sears Tower there as well. It's fun playing tourist again in the city. I'm so happy things are opening up in Chicago, and a lot of things that I've done today and planning to do over the next several weeks is reliving a lot of the famous tourist spots in Chicago, places that I really haven't even gone to in years. It's been a long time since I've done the Sears Tower ledge. It's been a long time since I've been to a lot of the museums here. So I'm looking forward to re-experiencing Chicago from a tourist point of view. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a little campy, but that's the whole point of it. It's a great city, and I want to show it off. So let's get down the elevator and exit through the gift shop. There's another one of those bugs. I think it's an earwig. There we go. I think that's an earwig. Well, those things get high in the sky. So these elevators here are the main elevators. So before the whole shutdown, the pandemic, these were the main elevators that you would take to come up. And I think it looks like they're reopening them again, or they've started to get back into operating like normal times. But this is normally what you would take to come up to the Skydeck. Here we go, back down the elevator. You can see right there, 103 floors tall. And actually, here's the official elevators. So there, they got the Skydeck screen. Pretty awesome.
Thanks for visiting the Skydeck. We hope you enjoyed your time at the top and the best view of Chicago and beyond. The 1,450-foot tower has been a Chicago landmark and an American icon since it was completed in 1973. When your visit ends, you can take your Skydeck memories home with you. There's a photo station just outside the elevator with great shots of your Skydeck visit. And take a piece of Chicago home, too. Our gift shop has hundreds of fun and unique Chicago items for you to choose from. When you're done with your Skydeck experience, take a ride with Big Bus Tours to visit a few of Chicago's other most popular, world's most amazing structures. And there's always more to learn about its remarkable story. Complete your Skydeck experience by exploring the catalog at Willis Tower, an evolving 5-level urban destination featuring dining, specialty retail, and entertainment. If you have any questions, be sure to ask one of our friendly Skydeck staff. We hope you had a wonderful time here at the Skydeck, and we hope to see you again soon.
All right, and exiting through the gift shop. They actually have some Chicago beans here you can get. Some little mini Sears Towers you can showcase on your desk. Some Chicago hats and mugs and shirts and all the stuff you'd expect in a souvenir gift shop. This might be the most Chicago shirt I've ever seen. Look at that. My kind of town. It's a hot dog wearing a Cubs hat. What in the world? Look at this. It's a bean bank. It's a bean bank. You can get a bean bank for your home if you want. There is a view looking straight up the Sears Tower as we go up the escalator.
I'm gonna do that one more time.
On the way out. It's kind of funny because if you look up, you see cars, like the reflection of these cars make it look like they're hanging upside down on the roof. Inception. All right, well, there it is. The Sears Tower. This guy's gonna like back up into my head. It's a car right there. Vlogger gets killed by a car backing up into the head. Anyway, so here we are. There she is, the Sears Tower right there. I mean, what else can I say that hasn't been said already? It is one of the most monumental structures in the world. It's got such a history, and you know, it was the tallest skyscraper on Earth for 25 years. Definitely something you have to do. If you're in Chicago, you gotta see the Sears Tower and get a breathtaking view from the ledge. There's one more stop I want to take you guys, so I'm not gonna end it quite yet. I'll show you, it's a surprise. Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, guys, the surprise I had for you turned out to be a lot further away than I thought. I was going to take you to the original Sears Tower. There's an original Sears building that I thought was just a few city blocks away, according to Foursquare, an app I like to use, but that was completely wrong. It turned out it was like 5 miles away, and we're just not going to venture out there this evening to find that. So anyway, I'm going to cut it short here. Thanks for tagging along to the top of the Sears Tower. It's time for me to get out of here. Thanks for watching.